In the middle of a ruined, dust-choked city, a thief is running for his life. Not a hero. Not a chosen one. Just a professional, shameless, street-certified thief named Chen Yang. And right now, this unlucky criminal is sprinting like every unpaid debt in his life is chasing him. Behind him? A dinosaur-looking mutant, and an entire zombie fan club that clearly wants to eat him for dinner. Are you serious? He screams while running. 5 minutes ago, he was in his own world minding his business. Now, dropped into an apocalypse with no instructions, no map, and definitely no refund option. One zombie lets out a terrifying roar, its glowing eyes locked on him like he's the last limited edition snack. Then, a zombie slides forward. Yes. Slides. Perfect leg sweep. Since when do zombies have combat training? The thief shrieks. He stumbles hard. Dust fills his mouth. His brain glitches. Wait. They set up an ambush? These zombies have tactics? Great. I got transported into a world where even the dead are smarter than some people I know. A horrifying thought creeps in. Is he about to become the fastest isekai death in history? But just when despair starts choking him, he sees it. Smoke. Thin cooking smoke rising in the distance. His thief brain instantly activates. Humans mean shelter. Shelter means trade. Trade means profit. And profit is his religion. I just need to reach that place, he mutters, pushing himself harder. And immediately trips over a rock. Of course. Because fate hates confident thieves. He tumbles across the dirt screaming dramatically until he lands face first in the ground. Before he can even stand up, a zombie looms over him, drooling. Chen Yang's eyes water. I swear, if I survive this, I'm retiring from random dimensional travel. The zombie roars and leaps. Bang. A futuristic gunshot cuts through the chaos. The bullet slices the air. The zombie's skull explodes mid-pounce. Its corpse collapses. Directly on top of the thief. Pinned. Smothered. Emotionally traumatized. I'm alive? He mumbles from under the dead body. More gunshots echo. Precise. Calm. Deadly. One by one, the zombies drop. Clean headshots. Professional work. And as we all know, in every manhwa, the person who saves the male lead is almost always a beautiful girl. It's practically a universal law. As shadow falls over him, a voice speaks. How long do you plan on hugging that zombie? He looks up. Long red hair. Cold eyes. Massive sniper rifle resting on her shoulder. Beautiful. And very, very dangerous. The thief immediately shoves the corpse away like it insulted his ancestors. We were not bonding, I promise. He stands up, switches to harmless civilian mode, and gives her the most innocent smile he can produce. Thank you so much for saving. The barrel of her rifle presses against his forehead. Name. Hands up instantly. Street instincts activated. And my name is Chen Yang, professional, survivor. She narrows her eyes. Why did you suddenly appear near our camp? He laughs nervously. Oh, you know. Took a wrong turn between dimensions. Happens. I heard you muttering about traveling between worlds. He freezes. Internally, congratulations. You've talked too much again. Silence stretches. She adjusts her rifle slightly. Talk. Or I shoot. And then. She pauses. Her nose twitches. There's a smell in the air. Something spicy. Oily. Delicious. Her eyes shift to his bag. What's in there? Chen Yang feels the shift instantly. Threat level decreasing. Opportunity increasing. The thief inside him wakes up fully. Slowly, with a sly grin, he pulls out a small red packet. Spicy strips. I was about to eat these, he says casually. Before your zombie pets interrupted me. She stares at it in disbelief. In this ruined world, real food is rarer than kindness. The bright red color looks suspicious. Is it poison? He shrugs. If it is, we both find out. Bold. Calculated. Slightly insane. But strategic. She hasn't eaten in 2 days. Her stomach betrays her with a growl. Finally, frustration wins over pride. She snatches the packet from his hand. I'll eat first. Please do, the thief says smoothly, like a vendor who knows demand when he sees it. She takes a bite. Her eyes widen instantly. Flavor explodes in her mouth. Salt. Spice. Oil. Real taste. In a world of scraps and starvation, this is luxury. She freezes. Overwhelmed. And Chen Yang watches carefully, then smiles. A slow, knowing smile. Because in this apocalypse, money doesn't rule. Weapons don't rule. Food rules. And this thief? Just realized he might not be the weakest person here. He might be the richest. The scene shifts. Flashback. Not long ago, this so-called apocalypse survivor wasn't surviving anything. Chen Yang was just an ordinary corporate drone, staring blankly at a glowing computer screen for 8 hours a day. Click. Type. Fake smile at boss. Repeat. A professional wage slave. Then one beautiful, life-destroying afternoon, he got fired. Just like that. No warning. No mercy. Just, we appreciate your contributions. Translation. Please disappear. He walked out of the office building holding a cardboard box with all his worldly possessions. A keyboard. A mug. Some snacks. The thief wasn't even a thief yet, he was just unemployed. Back in his empty apartment, he sat on the floor and started unpacking. That's when things got weird. Inside a box of snacks he had ordered online, he found a ring. Plain. Unremarkable. Almost cheap-looking. Great, he muttered. Even my snacks are giving me mystery gifts now. Curiosity won. He picked it up. Slipped it onto his finger. And instantly, the air glitched. Like reality itself lagged for a second. Digital static crackled around him. His apartment distorted. And then, gone. He found himself standing in a ruined wasteland. Broken buildings. Dead silence, rotting air. And directly in front of him, a giant mutated rat. Massive. Red glowing eyes. Teeth like knives. It stared at him. He stared at it. This is not my living room. The creature snarled and crept closer. Chen Yang slowly turned his head and noticed a skeleton nearby. Oh, that's comforting. The rat lunged. In pure, soul-leaving terror, he screamed. I want to go home. The ring flashed. Light exploded around him. A vortex of energy swallowed him whole. And just like that, he crashed back into his apartment. Flat on the floor. Right next to the cardboard box. Silence. He blinked, looked around. Touched the floor. Still home. He slowly raised his hand and stared at the ring. This is illegal levels of overpowered. His brain started racing. Years of reading comics, manhwa, novels, all activated at once. Apocalypse world. Scarcity. Food shortage. Resource imbalance. And then it hit him. In the apocalypse, food is priceless. But things like gold, rare metals, future tech, might be lying around useless. Meanwhile, in his world, food is cheap. Tech is expensive. Difference in value. Arbitrage. Profit. The thief inside him was officially born in that moment. If I trade cheap modern food for future resources. His eyes gleamed. I won't just survive. I'll dominate. That was the day the corporate drone died. And the interdimensional thief was born. Scene returns to the present. Leela is still chewing. Eyes closed. Emotionally overwhelmed by seasoning. Within seconds, the entire packet is gone. She stares at the empty wrapper like she just watched her happiness disappear. Sorry, she mutters quietly. I couldn't stop. Chen Yang waves it off casually. It's fine. Inside, he's celebrating. Hook set. Line secured. Now reel her in. He casually spins a story. I'm from an organization, he says smoothly. We have plenty of food. But we need other supplies. Leela freezes. An organization? With surplus food? That's unheard of in this wasteland. Food here isn't currency. It's power. She looks at him again. Not as a random weak guy, but as a walking treasure vault. Opportunity flashes in her eyes. I can guide you, she blurts out quickly. I know this area. I can help you find anything you want to trade for. She leans in slightly. All I want is 15 packs of those spicy strips per month. Chen Yang keeps a straight face. Inside? He's screaming. 15 packs? That's pocket change. But a true thief never agrees too fast. He strokes his chin thoughtfully. Not impossible. But I can't just hire a stranger. Interrogation mode activated. Name? Lilu. Gender? She explodes instantly. Are you blind? He raises both hands defensively. Just verifying data. Age? She hesitates. 19. He stares at her. Then scoffs dramatically. There is no way you're only 19. He gestures vaguely. For someone raised in the apocalypse, you're suspiciously well developed. Silence. Dangerous silence. He immediately coughs. Moving on. Professional mode. I'll hire you. Monthly salary, 15 packs of spicy strips. Leela clenches her fists in excitement. Her eyes sparkle. Boss! She says it instantly. No hesitation. Chen Yang nods slowly. Then asks calmly, Did it ever cross your mind to kill me and take all my food? She snorts. I'm not stupid. She looks him straight in the eye. One full meal is temporary. A food supplier is permanent. The thief smiles. Smart girl. He likes that. Deal sealed. Leela turns. It's time to move. Chen Yang adjusts his bag, now officially her boss. Lead the way. And just like that, a starving sniper and an interdimensional thief formed the most dangerous partnership in the apocalypse. One has bullets. The other has snacks. And together, they're about to rob the end of the world blind. After a short walk through broken streets and rusted metal ruins, Leela finally stops and gestures proudly toward a cluster of crumbling buildings. This is my camp, she announces. Then she says it like it's some luxury gated community. Grey Rat District D. Chen Yang blinks. Grey Rat District. He looks at the half-collapsed buildings, torn tarps, exposed pipes, and people staring at him like he's tonight's dinner. District D? He mutters internally. There were A, B, and C before this. To him, it looks worse than a slum. But the thief quickly swallows his disappointment. No complaining. No judging. Where there are poor conditions, there are overlooked valuables. And overlooked valuables are his specialty. As they walk deeper into the camp, survivors watch him carefully. Hard eyes. Suspicious faces. Hands always close to weapons. No one smiles. No one waves. This isn't a neighborhood. It's a survival zone. Leela notices his slight tension. They're just cautious, she says calmly. Outsiders usually mean trouble. Chen Yang nods. Understandable. I also don't trust people who don't bring snacks. She leads him to a small makeshift shelter built from scrap metal and concrete slabs. This is my place. She pushes the metal door open. Now our thief, being the shameless human that he is, has a tiny spark of excitement. Invited into a pretty girl's home? In a manhwa? This is either character development, or a death flag. The metal door creaks open, and his excitement dies instantly. The room is small. Bare. Peeling walls. Rust stains. One thin cot. A table that looks like it lost the fight with gravity. His face freezes mid-smile. He tries very hard to be polite. Your lifestyle is very minimalistic. Lilu ignores his barely hidden horror. Sit. She pours him a mug of water. Then, with a hint of pride, she says, "Don't look down on Grey Rat District D. Even a small sparrow has all its organs." She hands him the cup. Chen Yang nods respectfully. Internally, this sparrow is missing furniture. But he keeps the comments locked. Business mode. Leela crosses her arms. "So, what do you want to trade for?" Confidence in her voice. "As long as the camp has it, I can get it." Chen Yang takes a calm sip of water. Then casually says, "Gold. And silver." Silence. Leela stares at him like he just requested dinosaur eggs. "Why would you want trash like that?" "Trash." The thief nearly laughs out loud. The trash she's dismissing is worth a fortune in his time. His plan? Working beautifully already. Leela explains patiently. Before the Great Cataclysm, gold was valuable. Now? You can't eat gold. She taps the table. Food. Water. Weapons. That's what matters. Chen Yang nods slowly like a wise boss. Exactly. Which is why trust is important. With dramatic timing, he unzips his large duffel bag and opens it wide. Inside. Snacks, canned drinks, instant noodles, vacuum-sealed meat. Modern food paradise. Leela gasps. Her composure cracks completely. It's like she's staring at a museum of forgotten civilization. Chen Yang leans back slightly, enjoying the reaction. If this gold deal works out, he says smoothly, 1/10 of everything in this bag is your bonus. 1/10. Her brain struggles to calculate. Her hands tremble slightly. Even she thinks trading precious food for useless gold is insane. But Chen Yang's tone becomes firm. Just do as I say. He leans back on the cot casually. I'll wait here. He's gambling everything. But he doesn't show it. Leela straightens up. Clutches the bag. I won't betray your trust, boss. She grabs her rifle. Turns. Gives him one last look. Then leaves. The door creaks shut. Silence fills the room. And suddenly, the weight hits him. That entire bag of snacks? Cost him his last 100 yuan. If this fails, he's broke. Completely broke. He falls back onto the flimsy cot. No internet. No phone signal. No distractions. Time moves painfully slow. Bored, he starts scanning the messy walls. That's when he notices old newspaper clippings taped up. Curious, he stands and walks closer. He reads the headline. And freezes. Year, 2235. His heart skips. The articles describe a massive nuclear war. Tens of thousands of bombs. Half the planet wiped out. Gene pollution. Mutation. The origin of zombies. He keeps reading. Piece after piece clicks together. An hour later, the truth sinks in. He isn't on another planet. He's on Blue Star. His Blue Star. Just 200 years in the future. The Great Cataclysm? Nuclear annihilation. The war didn't just kill people. It twisted the planet itself. The wasteland outside? Is Earth's future. Final realization hits him. He didn't travel across space. He traveled through time, so I'm robbing the future. He whispers slowly. And honestly? That sounds even better. Just as his brain is melting from the revelation. The door creaks open. Leela stands there. Confident smirk. I'm back, boss. She tosses the bag she carried onto the floor. Clang. Heavy. Metallic. There wasn't much. She says casually. Nobody collects useless junk. Chen Yang rushes forward. Heart pounding. He opens the bag. And his jaw drops. Inside. Solid gold bars. Stacked. Gleaming even in the dim light. Not scraps. Not jewelry. Full bars. A slow, manic grin spreads across his face. Then, he bursts into uncontrollable laughter. It worked. It actually worked. His plan. His gamble. His 100 yuan investment. Paid off. He looks at the gold like a dragon discovering treasure. In this ruined future world, gold is garbage. But in his time? It's wealth. Real wealth. The interdimensional thief has officially completed his first successful robbery. Not of a person. Not of a bank. But of time itself. Back in the wasteland, Chen Yang stared at the contents of the bag like a man who just hacked reality. Pure gold. Solid bars. Not plated. Not fake. The junk of the apocalypse was premium treasure in his world. His eyes widened. Then he started laughing. Not normal laughing. Full villain origin story laughing. He grabbed a gold bar and hugged it like it was his long-lost child. If it wasn't for this broken future world, he muttered, I'd still be arguing with customer service and counting coins. He spun the gold bar in his hand dramatically. Goodbye, eternal poverty. Hello, financial domination. Enjoying yourself? The voice sliced through his celebration. Leela stood there with her rifle resting on her shoulder, watching him like he was slightly unhinged. She nodded toward the gold. The food you gave me was worth more than all of that. He paused mid-laugh. Excuse me? She casually continued. I traded some of it. His heart skipped. You what? She held up a small vial. Inside it, a faintly glowing liquid shimmered. A Tier 1 enhancement potion. She said. Low grade. High purity. Safe to inject. She stepped closer, her expression serious now. You're just an ordinary human. Ouch. Without enhancement, even a few low-level zombies could kill you. She handed him the vial. This will at least give you a fighting chance. Chen Yang stared at the potion. So the apocalypse has power-ups too? Interesting. He coughed lightly, straightening his posture. My organization, he said proudly, is more than capable of protecting me during my travels. Completely fabricated. Utter nonsense. But he delivered it with confidence. Still, he added smoothly, pocketing the vial, I appreciate the gesture. Leela gave him a look. She knew he was hiding something. But she didn't push. With gold secured and potion acquired, he zipped up his bag. First trade? Massive success. He slung the bag over his shoulder. I'll be back tomorrow to settle your monthly salary. Then with an easy grin. I'm off. He turned and walked away casually. Like he wasn't carrying enough gold to destabilize an economy. Leela watched him leave. No escort. No fear. Walking alone across zombie territory without even flinching. Suspicious. Very suspicious. She glanced at the single gold piece he'd casually left behind earlier. Worthless here. She smirked slightly. Who in this wasteland doesn't have secrets? Shrugging it off, she pulled out one of the spicy snack sticks. Took a big bite. Her expression softened instantly. Delicious. Warm. Real. She chewed thoughtfully. As long as he keeps bringing this, his secrets are none of my business. Meanwhile, Chen Yang moved through the ruined city carefully. He found a quiet, abandoned alley. Made sure no one was watching. Then slowly raised his hand. Ring activated. The air distorted. Reality glitched like corrupted code. Light exploded around him. And in a flash, he vanished from the wasteland. Back in his apartment. The familiar digital flicker faded. He stumbled slightly as gravity restabilized. Silence. His heart pounded wildly. He dropped to his knees immediately. Hands shaking. He unzipped the bag. Slowly. Carefully. Inside. Gold bars. Still there. Real. Solid. Untouched. For 3 full seconds he just stared. Then, he burst out laughing again. Triumphant. Victorious. He grabbed one bar and lifted it into the air. It's still here. Not a dream. Not a hallucination. This was real. A confident smirk spread across his face. All I have to do is take this to a gold shop, exchange. Cash. Rich. He leaned back, imagining himself lounging on a mountain of money. Chen Yang, he declared dramatically to his empty apartment, is about to climb to the peak of life. But then, he stopped. Reality check. Too much gold at once? Suspicious. Questions. Police. Taxes. He needed to move smart. Slow exchanges. Low profile. Control the flow. A real thief doesn't just steal treasure. He launders it properly. He hid the gold carefully under his bed. Then leaned back against it. Excitement slowly fading into serious thought. One massive problem remained. How exactly was he supposed to explain where all this gold came from? He couldn't just say, "Oh yeah, I robbed the future." That wouldn't go well. His eyes drifted toward his bag again. Toward the small vial inside. The Tier 1 enhancement potion. He picked it up slowly. The liquid shimmered faintly. Stronger body. Higher survivability. Better trading leverage. A smarter thief invests in himself. He stared at it quietly. A slow grin forming again. If I'm going to rob the future, I might as well level up first. After finally calming his breathing, Chen Yang's gaze slowly shifted from the mountain of gold to the glowing blue vial in his hand. The enhancement potion. The liquid inside swirled faintly, almost alive. He held it up to the light. So, this is my first upgrade item. He hesitated. Should he really inject something from a post-apocalyptic wasteland into his body? No manual. No warning label. No. Side effects may include death. Terrible user experience. He muttered. 0 instructions, 1-star review. But then he remembered Leela's words. He was weak. Pathetically weak. In the wasteland, even a regular zombie could fold him like laundry. His expression hardened. If he wanted to keep robbing the future, he needed to survive the future. Decision made. He gritted his teeth. Pressed the injector against his arm. All right, worst case scenario, I die rich. He pushed the plunger. The glowing blue liquid surged into his veins. He tossed the empty injector aside and stood there. Waiting. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. Nothing. He blinked. Did I just inject expensive water? He flexed his arm. Still normal. He stared at it suspiciously. Scammed by the apocalypse. Unbelievable. And then. Boom. His heart slammed violently against his ribs. Thud. 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 Not normal heartbeat. War drums. His vision blurred. A deep, violent shudder tore through his entire body. The transformation had begun. He clenched his fist. Crack. The discarded syringe shattered in his grip from sheer force. Oh! Heat exploded inside him. A wave of burning energy surged through his muscles. A faint red aura flickered around his body. He gritted his teeth as his muscles spasmed violently. Then the pain hit. Not sharp. Not simple. It felt like every single muscle fiber was being ripped apart. And rebuilt. He collapsed to the floor with a heavy slam. Oh! His fist smashed into the ground instinctively. Sweat poured down his face. Blood seeped faintly through torn skin. His body convulsed. It feels like I'm being factory reset, he screamed. The potion was rewriting him. Brutally. Efficiently. His clothes began to tear as his muscles rapidly expanded. Fabric ripping. Seams snapping. Energy pulsed violently from his back in sharp bursts. For a moment, he genuinely thought, okay. This might have been a bad investment. His screams echoed through the apartment. Then. Silence. The pain stopped as suddenly as it began. He lay there, panting heavily. Body trembling. Slowly, weakly, he pushed himself up. His jacket and shirt were completely shredded. Sweat and grime covered his skin. He looked down at his hands. Then his chest. And froze. Gone was the lean office worker frame. In its place. Dense, defined muscle. Every line sharp. Every movement controlled. He stumbled toward the mirror. Stared. Touched his chest carefully. Is this mine? He flexed slightly. Veins shifted. Muscles tightened. Okay, he breathed. This wasteland tech is insane. After a quick shower, he stood in front of the mirror again. Flexed properly this time. Biceps peaked. Chest solid. Shoulders broad. He grinned wide. These arms could rival Arnold. He tilted his head, inspecting himself. At least my head didn't turn pointy or something. He chuckled. If this was only Tier 1, what would Tier 2 do? Turn me into One Punch Man? The thought made him laugh. From corporate drone to interdimensional muscle dealer in under a week. Life moves fast. Just as he was admiring his reflection, a woman's voice called from the living room. Can someone help open the door? He blinked. Oh. Right. Roommate. Coming, he called out casually. He walked out and opened the front door. Standing there was his flatmate. Shuya. An actress. A rising one. Beautiful. Elegant. Slightly dramatic by default. She stumbled in, sighing. Sorry, I forgot my Kia. Her words stopped. Mid-sentence. Her eyes lifted. And locked onto him. Bare upper body. New sculpted physique. Water still faintly dripping from his hair. She froze. Completely. Her brain visibly buffering. Chen Yang smiled naturally. It's fine. We're roommates. No big deal. Shuya didn't respond. She just stared. Speechless. Her gaze traced his shoulders. Chest. Arms. Her face slowly turned red. Deep red. System overheating red. Chen Yang blinked. You okay? She snapped out of it slightly. Then looked away instantly. What happened to you? Inside, Chen Yang smirked. Tier 1 enhancement potion. Side effect, accidental charm increase. Inside her mind, however, Shuya was having a completely different reaction. While Chen Yang stood there panicking like a man caught committing a crime, she was internally giggling like she had just unlocked premium entertainment. He noticed her weird expression and asked, What's wrong? She waved her hands quickly, trying to control her laughter. But before he could even process what was happening, poke. She jabbed his chest with her finger. Since when were you this stacked? She blurted out. I never noticed before. Chen Yang froze. Red. Completely red. Not the confident apocalypse-looting thief. Not the interdimensional gold smuggler. Just a flustered idiot standing there half-dressed. Shuya leaned closer, eyes sparkling mischievously. Did you hear my audition failed? So you decided to comfort me by showing off your body? Chen Yang's brain short-circuited. It's not like that, he shouted, face burning. I just forgot to put on clothes. Realizing how that sounded, he panicked even harder. Then, like a professional thief escaping a crime scene, he bolted back into his room and slammed the door shut. Outside, Shuya stood there, completely bewildered. Inside the room, Chen Yang grabbed his head. Great. Now she definitely thinks I'm some kind of pervert. He took a deep breath. No. Calm down. He was a thief. A smart one. He had bigger things to worry about than reputation damage. Like selling stolen gold bars from a post-apocalyptic world. Much more important. After getting properly dressed this time, Chen Yang slung the bag over his shoulder and stepped out into the city. And then he realized something strange. The bag felt weightless. Inside were solid gold bars. Heavy. Dense, normally backbreaking. But right now, it felt like he was carrying cotton. He narrowed his eyes. Wait, his vision suddenly sharpened. He focused on a tiny sign hundreds of meters away, and zoom. He could read every word clearly. Like a built-in telescope. Okay, that's not normal. He tested his hearing next. Across the street, two women were whispering. And old Li's wife is cheating on him. Chen Yang blinked. He could hear everything. Perfectly. From that far away. He chuckled. So the enhancement potion didn't just buff me, it upgraded the whole system. He clenched his fist, feeling the power surge through him. Strength, vision, hearing, all boosted. Superhuman level. Even after nuclear war, the wasteland's technology was still 200 years ahead of his original world. And as a professional thief? That meant unlimited business opportunities. He grinned. Gold was useless trash in the wasteland. But here? It was pure money. He finally reached his destination. A large chain store would probably ask too many questions about the source. And as we all know, thieves prefer less paperwork. So he chose a privately owned shop instead, Lin's Gold Shop. With a confident smirk, Chen Yang strode inside. The interior was lavish, polished, expensive. An employee greeted him politely. He walked to the counter. "Is the boss here?" he asked calmly. "I have a deal to discuss." The employee smiled. "I can help you, sir." Chen Yang didn't argue. He simply lifted the bag and dropped it on the counter. Thud. The sound alone made the employee flinch. He opened it slightly. Gold bars. Shining. Solid. Pure. "I don't think," he said smoothly, "you're authorized for this transaction." The employee froze. Eyes wide. Speechless. Her attitude instantly shifted. "Please follow me." "Good. Respect. That's what money does." She led him to a private room in the back. Inside sat a large man with a thick beard and heavy gold chains. He stood up and extended his hand. "Lin Tao. Owner." Chen Yang shook it calmly. "Chun. No full name. Thieves don't overshare." They sat down. Without wasting time, Chen Yang pulled out 3 gold bars and placed them on the table. Solid. Heavy. Real. Lin Tao's eyes lit up. "You're selling?" Chen Yang leaned back with a confident grin. "That's why I'm here." The shop owner picked up 1 bar, weighing it carefully in his experienced hands. "Since the amount is large," Lin Tao said carefully, "I'll need to test the purity. Is that acceptable?" Chen Yang casually waved his hand. "Go ahead." He took a sip of his drink. In the wasteland, gold was garbage. Nobody would fake it. So he had nothing to worry about. Lin Tao brought out a handheld scanner and began analyzing the bar. Seconds passed. His eyes widened. 24 karat. Pure. Across the table, Chen Yang smiled slightly. "And?" Lin Tao cleared his throat. "Recycling price. 400 yuan per gram." Chen Yang's hand tightened around the disposable cup. Crack. The cup fractured under his grip. He quickly loosened it, pretending nothing happened. His mind was racing. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. At 400 per gram, 400,000 per bar. 3 bars. 1.2 million yuan. 1.2 million. For trash metal from another world. A slow, greedy, triumphant grin spread across his face. The apocalypse might be hell for everyone else. But for him? It was the greatest treasure vault ever created. And this thief had just begun his empire. Just as Chen Yang is mentally swimming in piles of cash, Lin Tao calmly drops the bomb. "I agree with the price," he says slowly. "But I'll need official purchase receipts." Silence. For a normal person? That's panic time. For a professional future-looting thief? Just another obstacle. Chen Yang's smile doesn't move an inch. "No receipts," he says honestly. Lin Tao's eyes sharpen. "That's a large undocumented batch of gold. That's a risk for my business." Talk is cheap. Risk is real. The room grows tense. Chen Yang slowly sets his cracked paper cup down. Then looks directly at him. Tone shifts. Serious. "Boss Lin." He stands up. "Control the frame. Control the pressure. I'm a straightforward person. Let's skip the usual back and forth." Lin Tao watches carefully. "Name your final price. If I accept, we deal. If not..." Chen Yang shrugs lightly. We forget this and treat it as making a new friend. Translation: You need this gold more than I need you. The pressure flips instantly. Lin Tao studies him. Confident. Calm. Not desperate. After a moment, he exhales. I'll suffer a loss, he says reluctantly. 280 per gram. Total, 840,000. Chen Yang doesn't hesitate. Now that sounds more like it. Seconds later. Buzz. Bank notification. 840,000 yuan. Successfully deposited. His heart pounds. But his face? Cool. Relaxed. He leaves the gold bars on the table. Pleasure doing business. As he walks out, Lin Tao calls after him eagerly. If you get more goods, come back. Chen Yang gives a non-committal wave. I'll think about it. Never commit too fast. Always keep leverage. Outside the shop, sunlight hits his face. 3 bars. Just 3. Over 800,000 yuan. He glances at his shoulder bag. Still packed. Dozens more inside. His grin slowly spreads wider. This was only the beginning. In the middle of a public square, he throws his arms up. I'm rich! People stare. He doesn't care. The apocalypse is funding his empire. Back at the apartment complex, chaos. Zhou Danan is rushing around with toast in her mouth. Where's my phone? Shuya casually points to the coffee table. Danan grabs it. Turns. Bam. Collides straight into Chen Yang, who just walked in. He smiles casually. Why the panic? Before she answers, Shuya appears. Her boss called her back for overtime. Chen Yang clicks his tongue. Bad timing. He grins. I was about to treat you both to dinner. I just made a small fortune. Danan freezes. What? But she's already late. She groans dramatically. Shuya, eat my share! Shuya salutes. With honor. Before leaving, Danan points at Chen Yang suspiciously. Don't try anything funny while I'm gone. Chen Yang raises both hands. I'm a gentleman. She squints. Suspicious. Then she rushes out. Door closes. Silence. Shuya slowly turns toward him. Smirking. President Chen, she says playfully. Where are you taking me? He leans casually against the wall. How about the Regal Grand Hotel? Her eyes widen. That 5-star hotel? He nods coolly. Absolutely serious. Confidence radiates. She stares at him like he just unlocked a hidden achievement. I'll get ready. He heads back to his room. But he's not done. Not even close. Back inside, he sits on the floor. Pulls out the remaining gold bars. Stacks them neatly. Business mode activated again. No time to relax, he mutters. He heads out once more, and begins a city-wide gold-selling spree. Private shops. Boutique dealers. Independent buyers. Handshake after handshake. Transfer after transfer. One older, well-dressed woman scans his gold. Excellent purity, she says approvingly. Another deal closed. More zeros added. By the time the sun begins to dip, he checks his phone. And freezes. Balance, 4 million yuan. 4 million. He throws his arms up again. Yes. People nearby stare again. He doesn't care again. With 4 million, he mutters, even the apocalypse deserves a thank you. Then, his phone rings. Caller ID, Guanghai, his best friend. Still high on adrenaline, Chen Yang answers cheerfully. What's up? Miss me already? On the other side, Guanghai is at his desk, digital tablet in hand. He doesn't joke. Why didn't you tell me you lost your job? Chen Yang stops walking. Mid-street. Smile fades. Guanghai continues. If you need rent money, I can lend you some. The joy evaporates. Silence fills his chest. He forces a laugh. I'm not short on cash. But suspicion creeps in. How do you even know I lost my job? There's hesitation on the other end. Uncomfortable silence. Finally, Guanghai sighs. It was Fan Jia. The name hits like a cold wind. Fan Jia. His ex-girlfriend. She told me. Guanghai continues softly. She said it wasn't appropriate for her to contact you directly. Chen Yang stands still. Traffic noise fades into background blur. Her name echoes in his mind. Fan Jia. And just like that, the richest day of his life suddenly feels complicated. On the phone, Guanghai doesn't waste time. Why did you break up with Fan Jia? He asks. She still seems to care about you. Chen Yang's expression turns neutral. Her name still has weight. Her mother wanted her to marry someone who could afford a house in the city, he says calmly. With my family situation, that wasn't happening. Simple. Cold. No bitterness in his tone. But the meaning is heavy. On the other end, Guanghai explodes. That's ridiculous. Materialistic nonsense. This is exactly why I'm staying single. Chen Yang chuckles lightly. But then something clicks. Wait, how did she even know I lost my job? We haven't spoken since the breakup. There's a pause. Then Guanghai sighs. It was Zhang Jinlong. The name lands hard. Guanghai continues. That rich brat who's always liked Fan Jia. He told her. Silence. Then. He bought shares in your old company. Guanghai adds carefully. Just to get you fired. Specifically by name. The world goes quiet for Chen Yang. Street noise fades. The pieces fall into place. Not random layoffs. Not bad luck. Not corporate restructuring. Targeted. A petty move. A rich kid using money to crush someone beneath him. For a second, it feels like a fiery aura erupts around Chen Yang. His grip tightens. Veins pulse. 4 million in his account suddenly feels different. Guanghai hears the silence. Hey! Calm down, he says quickly. Don't do anything stupid. Chen Yang scoffs softly. I'm not the type to act recklessly. His tone is controlled. Too controlled. Relieved, Guanghai laughs nervously. Good. I trust you. They hang up. Chen Yang keeps walking calmly down the street. Face expressionless. But the moment the call ends, his fist clenches hard. So shameless. Zhang Jinglong, buying shares just to fire him. Petty. Disgusting. But then, he checks the time. Damn. He's late. Dinner. Regal Grand Hotel. No time for revenge plotting right now. He breaks into a sprint, weaving through the streets as dusk settles. Superhuman speed. Light steps. Effortless. Within minutes, he arrives at the grand entrance of the hotel. Tall glass walls. Golden lighting. Luxury everywhere. He waits outside impatiently. Where is Shuya? Then. Screech. A sleek black luxury car stops right in front of him. Headlights gleaming. The door opens. A woman's voice calls his name. He turns, and freezes. A pair of elegant high heels step onto the pavement. Long silver hair flowing. Perfect makeup. Graceful posture. It's Shuya. But not the casual roommate version. This is celebrity-level Shuya. She steps out smoothly. Sorry I'm late, she says lightly. Chen Yang just stares. Speechless. Nearby pedestrians slow down. 2 men literally stop walking. Is that a star? Shuya waves a hand in front of his face. Why are you spacing out? He clears his throat awkwardly. We've been roommates for 3 months, and I didn't realize you were this beautiful. She smiles confidently. You're treating me to a fancy dinner. I can't let you lose face. She spins slightly. Well? Successful transformation? Before he can answer, she links her arm with his. Close. Warm. He stiffens instantly. She notices. Relax, she says teasingly. It's basic social etiquette. They walk inside together. Heads turning everywhere. Inside the restaurant, The city skyline glows beyond the glass walls. A waiter hands them the menu. Shuya flips through it elegantly. Then her eyes widen. These prices are insane. Chen Yang doesn't even look stressed. He hands the menu back. 3 signature dishes. And 2 treasure crabs. Shuya almost jumps out of her seat. The 2 crabs alone are 1,000 yuan. He shrugs casually. Relax. I'm doing well. She crosses her arms. You were living on budget takeout last week. She suddenly grabs him in a playful headlock. If you're suddenly rich, I won't feel guilty. I'll consider it robbing the rich to feed the poor. He laughs. If you only knew. They finish an incredible meal. Leave the restaurant arm in arm. The night air is cool. Chen Yang grins. Second round somewhere? Shuya pats her stomach. I'm completely stuffed. And that's when an arrogant voice cuts through the night. Well, if it isn't Chen. They turn. Zhang Jinglong. Smug smile. Expensive suit. Classic rich villain energy. Chen Yang's expression darkens instantly. In a city this big, he says dryly, I still manage to run into someone I'd rather avoid. Zhang scoffs. A loser like you belongs at a 5-star hotel? Chen Yang smirks. Does your family own this one too? Planning to have me fired from dinner? Zhang laughs smugly. Looks like you figured it out. So he's not even denying it. Shuya glances at Chen Yang. Friend of yours? Before he can answer. Zhang's eyes drift to Shuya. And stay there. He looks her up and down openly. Licks his lips slightly. Disgusting. A wicked idea flashes in his eyes. Expose Chen as broke. Humiliate him. Then step in like a real, rich man. Steal the girl. But what Zhang Jinglong doesn't know is that the broke loser he's targeting is currently sitting on 4 million yuan and a direct supply line to the future. Zhang Jinglong puts on a fake expression of concern. He steps closer to Shuya. Miss, you shouldn't be fooled, he says gently. I know Chen very well. Chen Yang's jaw tightens. Zhang continues, voice dripping with fake sympathy. He's dirt poor. Just got fired. Can barely afford rent. He shakes his head dramatically. He's only here to put on a show. Probably blew all his savings just to look rich. Then he lowers his voice. Classic scammer type. Impress women with appearances. Leave them with nothing. Chen Yang finally snaps. You assume everyone is as low as you are, but before it escalates. Shuya raises a hand calmly. She looks at Zhang with an amused smile. So you're kindly warning me? Zhang immediately puffs up. Of course. I can't stand seeing a beautiful woman deceived. Smooth transition. Business mode. He pulls out a card. Why don't you become a brand ambassador for my company? He presents it proudly. Zhang Jinglong. Chairman of Hixin Games. He waits for her to be impressed. Instead. Slap. She knocks the card straight out of his hand. I'm not interested. His smile twitches. You should reconsider. The pay is excellent. Shuya looks him dead in the eye. I'm Chen's girlfriend. Chen Yang freezes. System error. Girlfriend? She continues smoothly. And I don't like hearing you badmouth my boyfriend. Then she delivers the kill shot. With a chairman like you, your company will probably go bankrupt soon. Zhang's face turns red instantly. They turn to leave. Chen Yang gives her a subtle thumbs up. She whispers with a soft laugh. I'm a professional actress. Then louder. She hooks her arm through his. Darling, don't waste time on trash. They walk away. Behind them, Zhang Jinglong stands there shaking with rage. How dare she choose that loser over him? And then, a cold voice speaks behind him. Zhang Jinglong. He turns. Fan Jia. Chen Yang's ex. But he's too angry to even think clearly. Chen will pay for this. He growls. Fan Jia looks unimpressed. Take me home. He tries to salvage the night. We can go for drinks. I reserved a bar. I'm not interested. She cuts him off. Then calmly adds, I'll pay you back for my share of dinner. She turns. Walks to her own car. Doesn't look back. Door slams shut. Engine starts. She drives away, leaving Zhang Jinglong alone. Humiliated. Rejected. Twice. His anger burns hotter. Even Fang Jia, who works at his company, dared to treat him like this. Unacceptable. Far away from that mess. Under a quiet bridge lit by stars, Chen Yang and Shuya walk slowly. Calm. Peaceful. That guy was annoying, Shuya says. Agreed, Chen Yang replies. They stop by the railing, looking at the water below. Then his tone shifts. Serious. Running into him helped me figure something out. Shuya turns curious. What? He exhales slowly. Ever since I got this money, I've been wondering what to do with it. What field to enter. What to build. His fist tightens slightly. Now I've decided. He looks at the city skyline. I'm starting my own game company. Shuya blinks. What? I'm going to crush Zhang Jinlong. The words aren't loud, but they're absolute. Shuya frowns slightly. Starting a company isn't a joke. It's risky. Don't do something reckless just because you're angry. He smiles mysteriously. Relax. Then adds softly. Just enjoy the show. Later that night. The apartment building stands quiet. One window still lit. Inside. Chen Yang steps out of the shower. Water dripping. Mind racing. Gold smuggling works now, but long term? Unexplained wealth equals investigation. Investigation equals disaster. He dries himself off slowly. Conclusion forming clearly. If he wants protection, he needs legitimacy. A real company. A real empire. He slips on his slippers and sits at his desk. Then another realization hits. Gold isn't the wasteland's biggest treasure. Technology is. Leela said it's only been 10 years since the cataclysm. That means the knowledge of a civilization 200 years ahead of his own still exists. Scientists, engineers, programmers, game developers, all probably starving, struggling, desperate. His eyes slowly brighten. What if? He leans back. In a post-apocalyptic world where people are fighting over scraps, he could recruit world-class experts. For what? 15 packs of spicy strips a month. He starts laughing softly. Not loud. Not crazy. Just deeply satisfied. With technology from 200 years in the future. Creating revolutionary games? Easy. He doesn't just want money anymore. He wants dominance. Control. Revenge done legally. He imagines the headline, Hixin Games collapses. New industry giant rises. Founder Chen. A slow, cunning smile spreads across his face. Zhang Jinglong used money to fire him. Now he'll use the future to erase him. Back in the modern world, inside his ordinary apartment complex, Chen Yang ends a call with a satisfied smile. His company registration application? Submitted. Thanks for the help, he says calmly before hanging up. The agency can handle the paperwork. Now, it's time to build something real. First step, hire people. Second step, secure long-term supply lines. But before any of that, he needs another trip to the wasteland. On the way to the supermarket, he's already thinking ahead. Snacks with production dates from 200 years in the future, yeah, that's a disaster waiting to happen. If someone suspicious notices that, game over. So this time, fresh food. Bulk supplies. Untraceable. He pushes his cart down the aisle. Squeak. Squeak. One wheel announces his presence like a broken alarm system. He ignores it and heads to the fresh meat counter. The cashier smiles warmly. What can I get for you? Chen Yang replies casually. 25 kilograms of pork. Silence. The cashier blinks. 25? Yep, She stares at him like he's opening a restaurant. Half an hour later, his cart is overflowing. 25 kilograms pork. 20 kilograms potatoes. 20 kilograms corn. 20 heads of Chinese cabbage, enough to start feeding a small refugee camp. He smiles. For now, this will do. Back at his apartment, he starts hauling the massive grocery load inside. Thud. The first box hits the floor. Even with his enhanced physique, the logistics are annoying. He wipes sweat from his forehead. If moving this little is already a hassle, how am I going to feed hundreds later? Because that's the plan now. Not small profits. Scale. Suddenly, the ring on his finger erupts with golden light. He freezes. The light beams forward, engulfing the stacked boxes. Glow. Flash. Silence. The boxes are gone. Chen Yang stares at the empty space. What? He looks down at the ring. An idea sparks. Don't tell me. He closes his eyes. Focuses. In his mind, he sees them. The boxes. Floating inside a vast, dark storage space. Safe. Contained. His eyes snap open. No way. He raises his hand. Store. Flash. The remaining boxes vanish instantly. Retrieve. A box materializes in front of him and drops to the floor. He bursts out laughing. It's a spatial storage ring? Not just teleportation. Inventory system unlocked. Logistics problem? Solved. He almost kisses the ring. 5-star service. Now nothing can limit his scale. He can move tons of supplies without lifting a finger. Game changer. Without wasting another second, he activates the ring. Light explodes around him. His body dissolves. And he vanishes. He rematerializes in the dusty wasteland. Wind. Sand. Silence. Without hesitation, he retrieves a large box beside him. But he pauses. He can't reveal this storage ability yet. Too suspicious. Too dangerous. So when he meets Lilu, he'll pretend to carry things manually. Control information. Always. Meanwhile, inside her rundown shelter, Leela slowly licks the last bit of sauce from her finger. The final spicy strip is gone. She closes her eyes, savoring it like a sacred ritual. Food like this doesn't exist here. Then reality hits. She looks at the empty wrappers. Her heart sinks. Properly sealed, non-perishable food? In this world? It's life insurance. She stands abruptly. If I had rationed that, I could have survived another day. Fear creeps in. She traded a Tier 1 enhancement potion. For gold. For snacks. For a man who might never return. What if he lied? What if he disappears? Her organization won't forgive a bad trade. They'll call her reckless. Wasteful. Her spirit sinks. It was just a dream. He's not coming back. And then, a shadow appears in the doorway. A familiar voice groans. Lilu! Help! This box is heavy. Her eyes widen. She jumps to her feet. Boss! She runs straight at him. Crash. They both tumble to the ground. The box bursts open. Vegetables roll everywhere across the dusty floor. She lands on top of him. Doesn't care. Tears stream down her face. You came back. I thought you lied. Chen Yang blinks, flustered by the position. Why would I lie to you? She sniffles. I traded a Tier 1 potion for gold. My organization thinks gold is useless. I thought they'd punish me. He gently pats her head. Relax. My status in my organization is very high. Complete fabrication. Delivered smoothly. A single pack of food means nothing to me. I took the gold because I have use for it. She stares at him quietly. Then nods. Believes him. He gives her a thumbs up. Now help me pick this up. As she gathers the scattered supplies, something rolls into her hand. She freezes. Stares at it. Her breathing stops. These are, her voice trembles. Vegetables. She looks up at him like she's seen a miracle. Your organization can grow vegetables? Her mind can't process it. In the wasteland, fresh vegetables are rarer than clean water. Chen Yang looks at her reaction and smiles slowly. Because now, he isn't just a trader. He isn't just a supplier. He's becoming something much bigger. In a starving world, he controls food. And food controls everything. Chen Yang scratches his head, completely confused by Lilu's emotional reaction. To him, it's just cabbage. Regular. Supermarket. Discount section cabbage. But Lilu is holding it like it's sacred treasure. Through her tears, she explains, after the Great Cataclysm, the soil became polluted. Vegetables can't grow anymore. Her voice trembles. They're legendary luxury items. Chen Yang blinks. It's just Chinese cabbage. She shakes her head. No. It's hope. He pauses. Then casually says, if you like it that much, take all of them. Silence. Leela freezes, her cheeks turn red instantly. All of them? She clutches the cabbage to her chest. Emotion floods her face. Then suddenly, she kneels and offers it back. I can't accept this. Chen Yang is caught off guard. They're too precious, she says seriously. You're a good person for offering. But I'm your employee. I will only take what I've earned. Good person? He almost laughs. If she knew he was exploiting 200 years of economic difference. But instead, he clears his throat. Actually, I've reconsidered your salary. He gestures toward the gold pile. Compared to useless gold, food is better payment, right? He picks up a large cut of fresh pork and holds it out. You can mention any other needs. Then he adds with a sly grin. But your quality of service must keep up. Leela clasps her hands together, face slightly flushed but determined. I will absolutely satisfy you. I mean, I will do my best. He coughs slightly. Professional wording. She straightens immediately. Yes, boss. He nods. From now on, you're my personal secretary. Your first job is to answer my questions. She fidgets slightly, but agrees. Business begins. I need to hire more people, he says calmly. Leela's eyes widen. What kind? 2 requirements, he replies. Absolute loyalty. And special abilities. She nods thoughtfully. We should go to Grey Rat Town. 10,000 survivors. You can find almost any skill there. Chen Yang raises a brow. I thought this place was Grey Rat District D? She grins. District D is one of 12 outer settlements. She pulls out a rough map. At the center is Grey Rat Town. Surrounded by 12 districts, A through L. All of us rely on the town. It's the main trading hub. He studies the layout carefully. Good. Centralized population. Talent density high. Then he asks the key question. Are there programmers here? People who understand computer programming. Game developers. Leela stares blankly. Computer? She squints. Do you mean those primitive artifacts from ancient times? She gestures vaguely. Like those big metal boxes people used 200 years ago? Chen Yang forces a smile. Yes. Those primitive boxes. This might be harder than expected. Leela scratches her head. Before the cataclysm, everyone used Intel brains. Advanced neural tech. Then suddenly her eyes light up. Wait. There's a pre-cataclysm technical director in our district. He understands Intel brain technology. She grabs his hand suddenly. I'll take you to him. He stumbles as she drags him. I can walk by myself. As they move through the dusty settlement, he asks something practical. Why doesn't anyone lock their doors? Leela shrugs. No one owns anything worth stealing. And unity is survival. If someone steals or causes chaos, they're exiled from all settlements. Efficient. Harsh. Logical. They stop in front of a large silent building. He's inside, she says. Before they enter, a creepy voice drifts out. Yummy meat, yummy meat. Then, splat. A wet, heavy sound. Leela wrinkles her nose. Uncle Wei! We need to talk. A man with wild white hair and a monocle peeks out from behind a curtain, holding a bloody axe. Oh! Perfect timing, he says cheerfully. Just caught a fat one. Wait until I finish processing it. I'll share the hind legs. Leela beams. Thank you, Uncle Wei. Chen Yang looks horrified. Processing, what? They step inside. And there it is. A massive dead gray rat. Mutated. Grotesque. Teeth exposed. He swallows. That's dinner? Leela nods happily. Besides zombies, giant gray rats are the most common mutated creatures. Main meat source. Chen Yang suddenly appreciates modern supermarkets a lot more. Getting to the point, Leela gestures proudly. This is my new boss. He wants to hire talent. And the pay is generous. Uncle Wei lowers his axe slowly. He scans Chen Yang from head to toe. What generous offer can a young kid make? He scoffs. You a scammer? Chen Yang remains calm. I need technical talent. Then he drops the offer. 30 caddies of rice and flour per month, plus 10 caddies of raw meat. Silence. Uncle Wei's jaw drops. Rice. Flour. Mythical items. Are you serious? He whispers. Chen Yang smiles calmly. I can even advance the salary. Leela adds eagerly. If boss nods, I can give meat immediately. Suspicion melts instantly. Greed replaces it. Uncle Wei grabs Chen Yang's hands. I am the person who understands Intel brains best in District D. Chen Yang gently corrects him. You misunderstood. The job has nothing to do with Intel brains. Then he asks slowly. Do you know anything about personal computers? The primitive ones from ancient times. I need someone who understands that technology. Just like Leela before him. Uncle Wei freezes. Computer? His monocle slightly trembles. The word sounds ancient. Almost mythical. And for the first time, Chen Yang realizes. He might be the only person in this entire era who truly understands both worlds. And that is his greatest advantage. Uncle Wei completely freezes. Computer? He repeats slowly. I've heard of it, ancient technology. Extremely primitive. The interaction experience was terrible. Very low value. He adjusts his monocle. In today's standards, it's basically junk. Chen Yang nods calmly. That's exactly what I need. Uncle Wei blinks. You want primitive junk? Or someone who understands it? Chen Yang replies smoothly. If you know someone, take me to them. But inside, Uncle Wei is panicking. This thief-looking kid has rice, flour, raw meat. There is no way he's letting this walking food warehouse leave. He straightens up quickly. Boss, whatever technology you want, I can build it. He leans forward. What specifications? Chen Yang shrugs. Nothing complicated. Just program it. Create some kind of software. To him? That's enough. Uncle Wei starts firing questions. Do you need an Ncraft 0.4 nanometer chip? No. Should I design a super AI core algorithm? No. The more Chen Yang refuses advanced features, the happier Uncle Wei becomes. Good. No need for ultra-hardcore futuristic hardware. He smiles confidently. No problem. I can build it 100%. If the hardware conditions are decent, I can complete programming quickly. Then he frowns slightly. But software made on a computer is not compatible with Intel brains. What are you going to use it for? Chen Yang steps closer. Places a hand on his shoulder. You don't need to know. He smiles lightly. A truly good employee completes tasks quickly, without asking unnecessary questions. Understood? Uncle Wei immediately nods. Fully understood. Good. Chen Yang continues. I'll handle hardware. Any other requirements? And don't worry about food. I have plenty in stock. Uncle Wei swallows. Better bring an Intel brain for assistance. I can use it to develop complex code, then transplant it into the computer. Faster. Smaller size. Chen Yang nods. I understand. He turns. I'll figure it out. Leela waves goodbye. Uncle Wei waves back enthusiastically. Outside. Chen Yang, our interdimensional thief, looks at Lilu. Is getting an Intel brain easy? She shakes her head. None in District D. But you can buy one in Grey Rat Town. Just expensive. Chen Yang's heart sinks. The food he brought, is it enough? Intel brain sounds advanced. Sounds pricey. But Leela quickly adds, it's not that expensive compared to the food you have. It's only expensive for wasteland people. Chen Yang exhales. That's good. Then he asks casually, can enhancement serums be bought there too? Yes, she replies. Tier 1 and Tier 2 only. For higher tiers, you must go to the Doctors Association distribution point in the east. Doctors Association? She explains. They're one of the two major factions in the wasteland. All enhancement serums and killing potions are developed by them. Then she squints at him. How do you not know this? Chen Yang scratches his nose. My organization is self-sufficient. We don't interact much outside. Smooth lie. Delivered casually. Anyway, he adds, I also need you to go to the Doctors Association. Buy a batch of enhancement serums. Leela nods firmly. No problem. He turns slightly. I'll go back first. Get a computer for Uncle Wei. I'll leave the rest to you. Understood. He pauses. One more thing. If you encounter danger during trade, abandon the food. Your safety is the priority. She goes silent. Food. In this world. Food is life. And yet, he tells her to abandon it. For her safety. She nods slowly. I understand. But inside. She's warm. Happy. Because in this brutal world, someone values her more than food. And that's rare. Golden light flashes. Chen Yang disappears. Back in his original world. He materializes inside his room. Then starts laughing. 30 caddies of rice and flour, plus raw meat. I can hire a technical director for less than 400 yuan a month. He shakes his head. The wasteland is truly a wonderful civilization. He opens the door. Still smiling. Then freezes. On the sofa. Dan-non is lying casually, scrolling on her phone. Planning what to eat today. Wearing very light home clothes. Relaxed. Unaware. Chen Yang looks. And instantly. His nose starts bleeding. Because Dan-non looks dangerously good. She looks up. Freezes. Then immediately grabs a pillow and covers herself. You pervert! Why are you staring? Why are you home? You just came out of your bedroom this early and nobody else is here. What are your intentions? Her cheeks turn red. Chen Yang scratches his nose. I've been home the whole time. Don't you remember? He quickly opens the door. I need to handle something. I'll be back by dinner. And escapes. Door shuts. Dan-non stares. Men are all big liars. Outside the building. Chen Yang mutters. Shuya. She failed her audition. She works part-time at a computer shop in Computer City. Perfect. He needs a computer anyway. Scene shifts. Computer City. Inside a shop. Shuya is dealing with a customer. An annoying one. The man keeps pushing. So how about dinner tonight? She slams her hand lightly on the counter. Sir, we sell computers. We do not provide the service you're implying. Her patience is officially gone. And just at that moment, the door opens. And guess who walks in? President Chen himself. Computer City, modern world. Just as Shuya is about to explode at the annoying customer, the shop door opens. Chen Yang walks in casually. Miss Sales Associate, he says lightly. Shuya turns. Freezes. You! Chen Yang smiles calmly. Can you come here for a second? I have a few questions. She immediately walks over. And whispers quickly. Thank you. That fatty has been harassing me. She rolls her eyes. He built an 8,000 yuan computer and now wants me to go drinking with him tonight. She crosses her arms. Do I look like that type of lady? Then she narrows her eyes at Chen Yang. So why are you here? Came to watch me get bullied? Chen Yang casually points at a display case. I'm here to build a computer. She blinks. What? I'm starting a gaming company. Help me build a high-spec desktop. Put in a 5090. Everything maxed. Shuya's eyes widen. The highest spec in this shop costs 103,000 yuan. You're opening a company, not gaming for yourself. Why buy something so expensive? He replies calmly. I need high-spec hardware for testing. Software load limits. She studies him carefully. Then sighs. Fine. Wait. She goes inside. Behind him, the fat customer mutters. I must get that girl tonight. Chen Yang hears everything. Enhanced hearing. He stays silent. Then the fat man notices him. Bro, what are you buying? What's your budget? Chen Yang casually points to the flagship desktop. That one. The price tag reads, 103,000 yuan. The fat man's eyes nearly pop out. You're joking, right? Just then, Shuya comes back with the finished build. It's ready. She looks at Chen Yang professionally. Total is 103,000 yuan. How would you like to pay? Without hesitation, he lifts his phone. Scan. Beep. Payment successful. The fat man grabs his head. He's for real. Chen Yang turns, winks at him playfully. Do you need me to go drinking with you? The man turns pale. No way! And runs. Shuya looks at Chen Yang in disbelief. He just smiles. Grey Rat Town, wasteland. Meanwhile, Lilu arrives at Grey Rat Town to complete Boss's mission. The streets are chaotic. Rough men everywhere. One thug whistles. Beauty, wanna play together? Leela doesn't even look at him. Not interested. They block her path. That backpack looks heavy. Must be good stuff inside. She turns slowly. Get lost. She lifts her weapon slightly. If something goes wrong, don't blame me. The men freeze. One red-toothed guy whispers. She's carrying a weapon, crazy. They step aside. Leela walks past calmly. Only when she's far away does she breathe out. If they saw even a hint of weakness, I'd be torn apart. Unity doesn't exist here like District E. This is a trade hub. Danger everywhere. Wasteland repair shop. She enters a repair shop. I need an Intel brain. The blacksmith-looking owner nods. Basic model. 15 kilograms of gray rat meat. Plug-in module? Extra 5 kilograms. I'll take the basic model. She places her heavy bag on the table. He weighs it. Sufficient. He hands her the Intel brain device. She stores it carefully. The owner leans forward. Beauty, want to trade for anything else? I have treasures. She turns coldly. No need. As she leaves, one assistant whispers. Should we follow her? The owner shakes his head. Forget it. Not worth it. Leela hears everything. She walks out. Breathes deeply. That was close. If they knew she had a whole cabbage, they'd lose their minds. Vegetables are mid-tier loot here. Doctors Association distribution point. She reaches another location. Inside. A doctor lounges casually. Welcome. Look around. She scans the enhancement serums. All basic tiers. I need higher grade, the doctor smirks. Little girl, you can't afford higher grade serum. Leela slowly opens her bag. And takes out the cabbage. Look at this first. The doctor freezes. His brain stalls. He stands up abruptly. eyes wide. Where did you get that? In the wasteland. This isn't food. This is power. And Lilu? Just dropped a nuclear-level bargaining chip on the table. Doctors Association, Grey Rat Town. The moment the doctor sees the cabbage, he suddenly moves. Fast. So fast that Lilu instinctively reacts. She draws her weapon and points it at him. What are you doing? But the doctor doesn't attack. He simply walks past her and slams the shop shutter closed. Clang. He turns calmly. There's no need to panic. Then, he releases his aura. The air becomes heavy. Oppressive. Lila's pupils shrink. Turn 9 enhanced human. If he wanted to, he could have crushed her gun instantly. Seeing a tier 9 in Grey Rat Town? Almost impossible. She steadies her voice. Why would the Doctors Association assign someone this powerful to a remote place like this? The doctor scratches his head casually. In the wasteland, nothing is impossible. Then he extends his hand. Let me examine the cabbage properly. Leela hesitates for a moment. Then hands it over. The doctor lifts it with both hands. Studies every leaf. Fresh. Perfect color. This is genuine Chinese cabbage. His voice lowers. This is a miracle. He looks at it like a sacred relic. Leela cuts straight to the point. Can we discuss the exchange now? Equipment and serums. The doctor stands upright. If you're thinking of using this opportunity to demand an outrageous price, I advise you to kill that thought. Leela responds firmly. The soil cannot grow vegetables anymore. You understand its value. The doctor nods slowly. Yes. The value is immense. But I will not become an opportunistic villain. Leela exhales. I'm sincere. I want a fair deal. The doctor smiles faintly. He presses a button. A hidden compartment opens. Inside. Enhancement serums. Injectors. Rare equipment. Then I will show my sincerity as well. He gestures to several vials. Tier 1 through Tier 6 enhancement serums. He lifts another vial. This healing potion can cure all diseases caused by cellular mutation. Then he reveals the main attraction. A brand new carbon fiber bioarmor suit. Latest model. Leela's eyes light up. Can I take all of this? The doctor shakes his head. Of course not. You may choose 2 items only. Leela frowns. Then why show me the armor? He answers smoothly. To prepare for a second transaction. The armor display retracts. If you want the armor, bring more Chinese cabbage and other vegetables. Leela's heart skips. How did he know she had more? The doctor speaks calmly. This cabbage is too perfect. It proves it wasn't an accident. A faction capable of growing vegetables wouldn't produce only 1 cabbage. Right. Leela lies quickly. It wasn't grown. I found it in ruins from before the Great Cataclysm. The doctor chuckles softly. You think ruins preserved exactly 1 cabbage? Go back and discuss with your people. For you, vegetables are less useful. For me, armor is less useful. Think carefully. Leela finally nods. Fine. She heads toward the exit. Keep the armor safe. I'll return. As she leaves, the doctor murmurs to himself. I lost the power struggle. But perhaps I've found a blessing. A connection to a modern supermarket. Modern world, private location. A delivery truck stops in a quiet industrial corner. Mr. Chen? Your order. Chen Yang scans the area carefully. No cameras. No pedestrians. No surveillance. Unload everything here. 2 delivery workers begin carrying down crates of meat. One mutters, 20,000 yuan worth of meat, what is he even doing? The heavier worker cuts him off. Not our business. Do your job. They finish unloading and leave. If you need more, just call us. The truck drives away. Chen Yang waits until they're gone. He glances around once more. Good. No cameras. He raises his hand. Golden light flashes. All the crates vanish instantly, stored inside the spatial ring. He looks down at it thoughtfully. This works for now, but not long term. With this volume, someone will notice sooner or later. If I hit trending search again, I'll be exposed down to my underwear. He exhales slowly. Then a new idea forms. Factory. If I rent a private factory building and partner with a food processing company, then heavy checkmark large quantities become normal. Heavy checkmark supply chains look legitimate. Heavy checkmark product variety increases. Heavy checkmark suspicion decreases. A slow smile spreads across his face. Gold is temporary. Food logistics is power. Future tech is leverage. The empire plan is evolving. And this interdimensional thief? He's thinking bigger than ever. Modern world, expansion begins. Chen Yang checks his storage space again. Rows and rows of supplies floating neatly inside the ring. Meat. Vegetables. Dry goods. Perfectly preserved. He smiles in satisfaction. Then casually pulls out an ice cream. He tears open the wrapper. Takes a bite. No matter how much fresh food I store inside, I never have to worry about it spoiling. Spatial ring refrigeration system, undefeated. As he walks down the street eating ice cream, his phone rings. He answers. Mr. Chen, the registration process for Chen Yang Technology Company Limited has been completed. He pauses. Then smiles. Okay. Got it. Just like that. His professional career officially begins. Apartment, Dan on interrogation mode. He opens the door. I'm back. Dan greets him from inside. As he steps in, she narrows her eyes. Where did you rush off to earlier? Chen Yang casually sits on the sofa. She crosses her arms. Did you go for an interview? He waves it off. I forgot to tell you. I started a company. I don't need to look for a job anymore. Silence. Dan slowly walks closer. You opened a company? She squints. What do you think I am? 3 years old? She's standing very close now. Very close. Chen Yang's face turns red. I'm serious. My hometown got demolished. She raises a finger dramatically. No wonder you suddenly had enough money to treat us to Regal Grand last night. So you've been sitting on overwhelming wealth? She flops onto the sofa beside him. You're really lucky. My family's in a small county town. Even if it got demolished, we wouldn't get much. She suddenly pauses. Why are you covering your nose? Because she's too close. And she looks dangerously good. He clears his throat. By the way, how much is your salary now? She sighs dramatically. Take-home pay is barely over 5,000 yuan. If the company didn't provide meals, I'd starve on the street. She slumps back. When will the heavens open their eyes and let me experience getting rich overnight? Chen Yang smiles slightly. Getting rich overnight is impossible. He pauses. However, want to consider joining my company? I'll give you triple your salary. 15,000 a month. Dan freezes. 15,000? Her brain starts calculating. If I save carefully, I could save nearly 100,000 in a year. Her eyes start shining. Then I could eat hot pot whenever I want. And buy bags whenever I want. Chen Yang grins. So does that mean you agree? She snaps back. Not yet. What if your company goes bankrupt in a few days? She points her pen at him. Tell me about the company's situation first. He nods. It was registered today. Capital, 1 million. Focus, PC and mobile games. She listens carefully. Then says bluntly, your company sounds unreliable. Other than money, it has nothing. A game company needs R&D costs. A technical team. Chen Yang smiles mysteriously. That's exactly our competitive advantage. She stands up immediately. The most urgent task is finding an office building and handling license applications. Then she starts heading toward the door. He blinks. Where are you going? She looks at him like he's stupid. To resign, obviously. He freezes. Then slowly clenches his fist near his chest. She's already supporting me with action. His eyes almost water. After she leaves, he relaxes on the sofa. Then, his phone rings again. He answers. Yes. I understand. His expression changes. Darkens. Danon walks back in. You look pale. Did something happen? He clenches his fist. My grandfather has always been in poor health. He was recently diagnosed with late-stage liver cancer. The doctor said, about a month left. Silence fills the room. I need to go back and see him one last time. Danon's expression softens immediately. Hurry. Book the earliest ticket. I'll handle the company matters. He looks at her. Thank you. She blushes slightly. We're roommates. No need for formalities. Just go. He packs his bag quickly. Closes the door behind him. As he walks away, his eyes harden. No. I absolutely cannot let grandfather leave like that. He remembers the wasteland. Enhancement serums. Healing potions. Doctors' Association. There must be a way. The apocalypse might destroy worlds. But it might also save one life. Next, Daijing Bullet Train Station. Chen Yang is standing inside the station. Suddenly, a beautiful girl notices him from a distance. She looks at him carefully and says, Chen Yang, is that you? The camera shifts to the beautiful girl. Her name is Chu-rin. She is Chen Yang's classmate. She walks closer to him and says in a gentle, affectionate voice, It really is you. I did not expect to run into an old classmate here. Come to think of it, we haven't seen each other in years, right? Are you going back to One Eye City? Chen Yang nods and answers, Yes. At that moment, an announcement sounds in the station. Attention passengers, ticket check is about to begin for your train. Chen Yang looks at Chu-rin and says, Let's go together. We can talk on the way. Chu-rin nods. Okay. The two of them walk forward together. After walking for a while, Chu-rin asks, Where is your seat? I can switch with the person next to you. Chen Yang becomes slightly nervous. He looks down at his ticket and says, I bought the ticket in a rush. Only business class tickets were left. Chu-rin is slightly startled. She is not that wealthy right now. Is that so? She forces a small smile. Then how about we talk after reaching One Eye? Chen Yang immediately understands. She cannot afford a business class ticket. Suddenly, he gets an idea. No need. I have a way. Chu-rin looks confused. Huh? What do you mean? Chen Yang walks toward the reception desk. Wait for a moment. Chu-rin tries to stop him. Where are you going? But Chen Yang does not stop. He walks to the hostess and asks, Hello, excuse me. Are there any empty seats in business class? The hostess replies politely, Yes. Out of the 4 business class seats in your row, only your ticket has been sold. Hearing this, Chen Yang feels relieved. Then please process a ticket change for her. I will cover the cost. I want the seat next to mine. As soon as Chu-rin hears this, her eyes light up. The hostess prints the ticket and hands it to her. Here is your ticket. Please keep it safe. After taking the ticket, Chu-rin becomes extremely happy. She moves very close to Chen Yang, almost hugging him. Thank you, Chen Yang. Her soft body lightly brushes against him. Chen Yang's face turns slightly red. Chu-rin notices and asks, What's wrong? Chen Yang quickly looks to the side. Nothing, you're welcome. Inside the train. The two of them sit next to each other in business class. Chu-rin looks around and says, This is my first time sitting in business class. It really is much more spacious than the regular carriage. Then she straightens up and asks, By the way, aren't you already working in Daijing? Why did you suddenly want to go back to One Eye? Chen Yang lets out a deep breath. My grandfather is sick. Chu-rin gently pats his shoulder. Don't worry too much. Medical science is very advanced now. He can surely be cured. Chen Yang knows his grandfather's real condition. He knows his grandfather does not have much time left. But he still nods. Yes. Then he asks, "What about you? Why did you come to Daijing?" Chu Ren's expression becomes slightly sad. "I came to look for business partners for my dad's factory." Chen Yang remembers something. "I remember your dad runs a food factory, right?" Chu Ren nods. "Yes. Unfortunately, in the past 2 years, everyone only trusts big brands when buying things. Times have been tough. Now we are constantly losing money, and we can barely afford to pay the workers' wages." Hearing this, an idea appears in Chen Yan's mind. He also needs a food factory. He thinks to himself, "That's great. I was just looking for a food supplier for long-term cooperation. Not only can I help an old classmate, but I can also rely on this to gradually strengthen my wasteland team." He looks at her and says, "I might be able to help you." Chu Ren is surprised. "Help? How?" Chen Yang replies calmly. "I just happen to be looking for a food factory to partner with and sign a long-term goods supply contract." Chu Ren's eyes shine brightly. "Really? Of course. But I need to inspect it first." "No problem." Then she asks curiously, "But didn't you just graduate like me? Why do you have such a large order demand?" Chen Yang becomes slightly nervous. He does not want to tell the truth. So he says, "I opened a company myself. My business partners have needs in this area." Chu Ren nods. "Then let's add each other's contact information." "No problem." They exchange contact details. Soon, they arrive in Wangai City. Chen Yang stops a taxi and opens the door. "I need to visit my grandfather first. The inspection might have to wait a couple of days." Chu Ren nods. "Okay." He gets into the taxi and leaves. Chu Ren waves goodbye. As she watches the taxi disappear, she thinks, "I didn't expect to run into Chen Yang, and he actually helped me. Could this be a destined reunion?" At that moment, a car pulls up beside her. Her father is inside. "Come here." She smiles brightly. "Coming." She gets into the car. "Dad," her father looks at her seriously. "How did the partnership talks go this time?" She answers, "There is one piece of bad news and one piece of good news." Her father frowns. "What is the bad news?" "I did not find a partner in Daijing." "Then what is the good news?" "The good news is that I met my old classmate, Chen Yang, on the train. He happens to have a large order. He will go to the factory to inspect it in a couple of days." Her father becomes slightly worried. "An old classmate? That sounds like a scammer. You need to be careful." Boom. And with that line, the video ends. If you want to watch the next part, this video needs at least 5,000 likes and 100 comments. Only then will the next part be released. See you in the next video. Bye.